Hello and welcome to Quasi's Bell Tower with your host, Quasi, and today we're going to be making levers. Yes, levers. Levers that open doors and levers that open gates and whatever else you need a lever for. So let's get to it. Okay, so we were here at the hot wire cutter and here we go. I've got this drawn out on here already. I just drew this out, nothing special dimension wise. I just kind of made it look good with the gear, which I can show you real quick. Kind of had it set up so it would still overlap just a little bit over here. I might have to go a little bit lower with that, but I just kind of eyeballed it. So let's get cutting. First, let's just cut this out. Get a little bit smaller. Nothing special. I'll go in and cut all the nice edges, make them all nice. Yeah, be careful, because you can burn yourself on this. I haven't done it yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen eventually. So I'm going to go to a 45 angle here. I'm going to take this. Try to get that to, should be at 45, yeah, close enough. Okay, and now I'm going to take this and switch it to a 30-degree angle. No, that's how it was. And there you go. I know it doesn't want to focus on it, but there you go. There's that part. So now we'll move to the next step. Now I got these gears from Hobby Lobby. I can't quite remember how much I paid for them. I'm sure they were like $5-6 or something. But what I did is I put the gear here, which I'm liking. It's just overlapping it just a little bit. Now the hole in these is really small. It's like a 1/16, and I needed to make it a 1/8. So this shish kebab skewer will fit through the hole. So I'm going to put it on my vice grip, and I'm going to slowly drill a hole through it, which won't take much. The metal is really soft, so it shouldn't split it or anything else. Just got to be careful. So let's get to it. Got my gear in the vice grip, and now I'm just going to drill that hole just a little bit bigger. Well, try to. So here we go. Did I just break that? I just broke this. So now I'm just going to make this hole just a little bit bigger, from a 1/16 to a 1/8. Now I'll show you that the barbecue skewer will fit right through, no problem. So there you go, there's one of your gears. Now I gotta go do the other one. I'll be right back and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just poke a hole very gently where I want the gear to be, and very slowly do this because I know it's going to just damage it if I'm not very careful. Hopefully that's poked through and Made a mark in the other one, which it has. So now I'm going to go through, do the same thing, just slowly poke it through. Don't force it too much or you're going to damage what you've done. Just slowly push it through. Just work at both sides till you got it through. There you go, there's one. And there's the other. Now we'll work on the next step. Now I took the skewer that I had and I cut it to about 1.5 inches. I just rough cutted it, so it was no big deal. So now what I want to do is I want to center this on the cocktail stick that I have, which, sorry, I forgot to mention. I got these at Party City, I think. You get 70 of them. It's going to probably take me forever to use these, but these are awesome. So let's move on. What I'm going to do now is I'm just doing some testing, seeing how this is going to come out. Put one gear on this side, one gear on that side. Pop it through carefully. Pop that through carefully. Now you can see I got some extra here I'm going to cut off. So what I'm going to do is take a pen, if I can find one now, and here we go, and mark it where I want to clip that. Try to get it centered as best as I can. Hopefully I'm not coming out of the camera all the time. Okay, so now I got those marked, so I know where to cut them. Okay, now I took the cocktail fork and I cut off the tips here to the length I need it. I cut off some of the top here, and then, like I said, after I super glue this, I'm going to use my Dremel and kind of thin this out a little bit, make it look like a smaller handle if possible. So let me get some hot glue going, and I'm going to center this the best I can and get it as straight as I can. And then I'm just going to add some glue to it. Kind of help hold it in place. Put the gears on it just to give it a double take. Okay, that looks pretty good, just like that. Looks pretty good. That'll work. Okay, so now I got my Dremel and I'm going to slowly sand this down until I'm satisfied with it. Now if you see, this is pretty much all done. The gear's all done. Now if you look, this is the bamboo cocktail fork, the original size. Now this is what it looks like after I got done with it. So well, there we go. Hold on. There we go. Even you can tell I had to really size that down quite a bit. It took me a little while longer. Had to do a lot of sanding, had to use a Dremel, but I got it down to where I'm satisfied. It's still just a hair bit too big, but it being a lever for a door or a gate or something, I would assume it would have to be a little bit bigger anyways, because you definitely have to pull on that lever to get that door or whatever it is you're trying to open. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the stone walls that go to this, the outside of it, or steel walls, whatever I decide I want to make them, and get this all painted up, and I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. I've already cut out a 2x1 base for this, so what I'll do is I'll continue on. Okay, now here's my final product. Here's the lever. It goes forward, backwards on its own. It's all glued to a base. The sides here, those are all painted in metallic, like gunmetal gray. It's a little bigger than a miniature, but that's okay because he's going to need that extra leverage there to open or close whatever door. So that's it. I was also thinking that you could do this and have separate pieces, so you could have it so your players have to go like from room to find the missing pieces and get in encounters, you know, kind of like a video game where you got to kind of find the pieces to open up the gate type of thing. So here you go, that's it. One lever complete. So please share, like, comment, and like always, ring that like button like a hunchback. Until next time.